Welcome back. It is 5:13 on this Wednesday morning. Hope you're having a good week so far. Temperatures in the 70s this morning. We are going to have another hot and humid day on our hands. Maybe not quite as hot as yesterday, but the heat index still could be upwards of 100. We're going to have a lot of moisture in the air. Temperatures in the low 90s before the storms start to fire up a little bit later on. But the next big thing we're going to be talking about is a pretty big time cool down, at least for this time of the year. Again, we're late August. A lot of times cold fronts don't make it quite this far to the south, but we're looking at the threat. Well, I would say threat, but the possibility of temperatures dropping down into the low 80s for highs by the time we get into the first part of next week here in the valley, which means some of the higher elevations could be in the 70s. So pretty comfortable for this time of the year, about 10 degrees below normal. And look at that. Yes, our muggy meter dropping down into that comfortable range Monday and Tuesday of next week. So if you're tired of all the humidity we've had, we are going to get a break as this cold front moves through. Now, this is the American model. Early Tuesday morning, potentially putting us down into the low 50s, which would be pretty close to record territory. I don't think it quite gets this cool, but this just shows me that this is going to be a pretty good shot of some cooler air here moving through early next week. And look at this temperature trend. Below normal temperatures looking likely in those dark blue shades for a pretty good chunk of the eastern half of the country. So we'll keep a close eye on that trend moving forward. But here's a look outside downtown Chattanooga. Sun doesn't come up until after 7 o'clock today, so we've got a ways to go. For the most part, things are looking good. We have a little bit of fog in our eastern communities and along the Cumberland Plateau as well, but we're dry so far. However, an approaching front will give us a chance of some storms, especially later this afternoon into the evening. So as we track it all out, again, not expecting much this morning. A mix of sun and clouds, temperatures shoot up, and then after lunchtime, that's when we're going to start to see these slow-moving storms developing and pushing to the south throughout the day. This will continue through this evening, and then overnight will clear out. So there could be some localized flooding today. Not expecting anything like what we had last Tuesday, just over a week ago, but there certainly could be a few of those slow-moving storms that put down a quick inch or two of rain, and that could lead to some localized flooding concerns. So just keep a close eye on the radar today, because again, rainfall amounts of upwards of 2 inches will be possible. That's kind of the max today, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Temperatures right around 92, locally heavy rain, and of course plenty of humidity on tap for your Wednesday tonight. A few storms early, and then quiet conditions come back into the picture overnight. Looking ahead at your storm alert 7-day forecast. So it actually looks like we're trending a little bit drier tomorrow and Friday. Only a slim chance of a shower or two Friday. And of course, we have high school football starting here in Tennessee on Friday night. Looks like we'll be mainly quiet. And then this weekend, just a few showers and storms here and there. But next week, that's when we're finally going to get some sunshine, cooler temperatures, and lower humidity, Michelle.
And a lot of people watching that Friday forecast because of football.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have football pretty much area-wide, and it looks like we are going to be dry by the time the games are kicking off on Friday night. So good news there.
Yeah, that is wonderful news. Thank you, Clay.